We'll have to see how this game goes. The left-hand side of your screens is Murloc Geniuses. It's a mix of old EG players and Murlocs Incorporated players. Cawthorn Luck on the Tyrande, Caterpillar on the Diablo. We have Echo in the top lane on the Zagara. Mad Timmy playing the Uther, and Faye down in this bot lane playing Sylvanas.
In the middle lane for the side of Fraud Esports, we will have Keepers once again on the ETC. Belmorte will be on the Vikings this time. Anxiety will be on the Vala. Hal will be on the Rhaegar. And in the bottom lane by himself, we will have El Pedro on the Malfurion.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a DC here for Echo. We might see a pause come in very shortly, but for now, it's a Mexican standoff in this mid lane. As Mad Timmy up to the top side, Tyrande and Diablo down here together, sending an L out just to see what they can see, but the answer's not much. Although Echo is back.
It would be really interesting. It looks like they're actually just really trying to push this out. I don't know if it's a attempt to counter of the knowing that they might get out pushed in the other lanes. Actually, it looks like they are going to send a couple up there, but they went ahead and just pushed this out, I guess, just to help the Vikings get a quick push, and then they're sending 3 top here.
Yep, down in this bot lane though, El Pedro Parker's going to have incoming, but that is a very nicely placed scouting drone. Caterpillar just running straight across it. But now this is going to be a pretty large push coming in here, because what can Malfurion do? He can snare, he can send a few moonfires out, but even so, he's already been poked down a lot, dodging out the stun. But look at this tower is going down so rapidly that Pedro's not going to be able to do too much about it.
And when you look at it and think about it, yeah, the snare is nice, but what can you do when that tower isn't helping you? It was at full ammo when it died, and it just shows, you know, the real strength coming out of the Sylvanas right there, and you really don't want to go against it. We do have Anxiety coming down. They see that they have to help them out down here. They went ahead and rotated to the bottom lane, but they've already lost one tower.
Yep, and they're going to go on to Anxiety as well. They land the combo, and that is a dead Vala there. And this just means that Faye and Co can just keep on pushing.
They lost it now, there's 2 supports versus, you know, such a great pusher, and it just doesn't really matter. Anxiety pretty brave staying out of the wall right there, especially against the Diablo, and definitely played for it with his life. But in the top lane here, just kind of a back and forth fight. Echo's gonna have a little more trouble trying getting through Keepers, but we do have one of the Vikings falling, but a couple more. They're gonna go and get on to Balog right there and go ahead and get another kill onto him. Of course, Eric is left being the slippery fellow that he is, but the Rome squad's doing work.
Yep, and it's tribute time in this top lane, just as we had the 2 members of Fraud Esports roam down in Anxiety and Hal. We have the tribute spawning top. I doubt we'll see anything from Fraud here. They're just going to soak lanes. We saw this from them last time on their first tribute. Kiefer's now is actually going to get engaged upon.
And a lot of damage is coming out. He is able to power slide away. Oh no, he actually gets killed by the owl right there. Great pickup by Cawthorn Luck, you know, just really almost failing to secure that kill. They're able to get that in the tribute. There's no one soaking this top lane. It is out of ammo, which means they're going to be able to push into it right now, especially with the help of Echo on that Zagara, and just, you know, great play by Murloc Geniuses so far in this early game.
I believe what Cawthorn Luck did just there is known in the pro gaming scene as a 360 no-scope, right?
Yes.
Yep. Now
we need a whole bunch of running around and
wub step and all that good stuff. Caterpillar and Cawthorn Luck waiting for this Farsight to disappear before they make their move. Onto these Vikings it disappears. Bellamorte is here in the brush. We're going to see Caterpillar face check this. He needs to get onto one of them. Goes onto Balog, flip.
the lunar flare coming out just a little bit too soon, but it looked like it wouldn't have hit anyways, or maybe the outer rim may have been just enough, it looks, but not enough as all the Vikings are up. Scouting drone actually coming out clutch once again. Is going to be able to scout a Caterpillar, which means that the rest of the side of Broad are going to be able to get out in the bottom without losing any members. We do have, looks like the Clairvoyant's hitting a couple of them, but right here back in the middle lane, Olaf will be the one to fall. Poor Olaf, just very, very slow hero.
Yep, just such a good CC chain here. Utherstan into Diablo CC, flip, then into the Lunar Flare, as this will probably be a second tribute now for the Murloc geniuses. There's not too much that Fraud can do, as now Balog falls in this mid lane too, that very same CC combo we were talking about, as Caterpillar is going to grab this one. Pedro trying to get in there to Moonfire, but it's just not going to happen.
Alright, well, they go ahead and they're going to scout it out, but as they see, it is just a bit too late for them to pick it up, and in a really hard time right now. The Rome squad's coming out clutch, even though they've only picked up, they're picking up the 1 or 2 kills on the Vikings. It just means that that's, just so much less. We are going to have El Pedro gain overpowered there. It's going to get stunned up a bit, but it doesn't look like too much is going to come out. He is able to heal himself up with the help of Anxiety. They're going to be able to push off the rest of the Murloc Geniuses members right there, and that was still pretty close to another kill though.
Yeah, it was. Meanwhile, in this bot lane, we have Caterpillar and Cawthorn coming down. That one gets spotted out by the far side, but even so, they could get a good push off here if they wanted to, but it looks like they're going to be roaming back towards the mid lane and just let Faye harass this down here. Of course, keeping Rhaegar down here, though, isn't the worst thing in the world. They do have a second support in the Malfurion and elsewhere on the map, but even with this double support, it's still a pretty standard build, as we see Company in this bot lane now.
Heavers trying to get on the Caterpillar, wasn't able to get the power slide onto him. Anxiety though, it's going to take a lot of damage. Just going to try to get out with a sliver of health. The Healing Ward will be able to help out in the end right there. But Faye trying to get in with the Haunting Wave just to get enough damage. Won't be able to get it. And we do have the next tribute coming. And level 10 has been reached by the side of Murloc Geniuses. So we'll have to see how Fraud decides to play this out.
Yep, and we actually have the Lightning Breath coming out from Diablo this time round. APOC would make so much more sense in my opinion here, with of course the Devouring Maw, the potential for the Divine Storm, but we've seen the Divine Shield being picked up for the safety there. But hey ho, they do of course have the Starfall there for some more AoE. Zagara build. We're actually seeing the full-on creep build here, Reconstitution into Tumor Clutch into Endless Creep, and I'm intrigued to see whether that continues through 13 and 16 as well.
The Divine Shield actually saving Uther's life. Mad Timmy was able to use it on himself. He almost got picked up, but Divine Shield coming out clutch got him to safety, and if he was having second guesses about picking it up, he's not going to have him anymore. But Faye is going to be the target of the fight right here. Hal actually is so low, it's like I have to go out, but a 3-on-3 may not be the best thing, as El Pedro is going to get knocked into the rest of the team of Murloc Geniuses and will fall before that Ancestral Heal can come out, though Anxiety trying to get as much damage on the Faye, and Cathan Luck is going to be put out from the rest of the team. Is going to be able to go ahead and vault away from that, but on the other side, actually, it looks like he will fall in the end. They weren't able to pick up any other kills, so I didn't miss too much. And just Murloc Geniuses are just really flexing right now, just really able to show the strength of the comp that they have, and they're really punishing Fraud.
Yep, and with the Sylvanas, it's almost as if the curse didn't end there. The tower's not able to fire, of course, under her trait. Top lane, we still have Olaf up there, just trying to de-push the wave. He's not the greatest at wave clear, but he will do for lane soak. As we now see the Murloc Geniuses rotating back towards their own boss. That is everyone but Zagara, who is still pushing out this mid lane, trying to get maybe one tower here with these minions, but apart from that, going to be joining the team now, and this is going to be the first boss of the game, just as the Murlocs hit level 13 as well.
And they did walk through that TV, so they will be scouted out. Keeper's almost getting caught out by the combo, isn't going to be able to power slide away, but Anxiety actually doing a lot of damage with that strafe. Mad Timmy is a little bit in a bad position trying to get out Belmorte, but we do have them all coming out. Both teams kind of resetting. We are going to have the stage dive to re-engage this fight. Will they be able to get on the Echo? No, he's going to get actually able to get the power slide in there. Echo taking a lot of damage, might be the first one to fall, but the Lightning Breath doing so much. The boat was able to keep the Vikings alive for so long. Echo will be the first to fall. They're going to try to get on to Faye. Faye will be able to use Haunting Wave to get out, but really big pickup from the side of Fraud right there.
Yeah, being able to go there and contest, picking up the 1 kill as well. Luckily for them, the side of Murloc were a little bit low, and they still had boss aggro once Fraud engaged. So that was going for them as well. But are they going to make an aggressive play here to the top lane boss? No, looks like they're just going to clear this one out. But look at the Zagara creep in this top side. Pretty huge right now.
So much, you can just see so much with it, and just both teams great play, but looks like both teams are gonna go ahead and meet up in the middle here. Belmarte's just gonna have to watch out. Nope, just gonna go ahead and use jump to get Olaf to safety. They're just gonna start wailing away on this tower. The push with potential coming out of the side, and Murloc Genius is just so high right now, and we do have Keepers. Looks like he has the top. He doesn't have that stage dive yet, so with the 5-on-4, they're really going to have to be careful.
Yep, they are going to have to give up this fort and maybe the tower here. Stage dive available in 10 seconds, and Kiefer isn't in the best lane for this. The tribute is in the top half, but it looks as if Murloc Genius is like, hey guys, take this one, we shall grab our boss and we shall probably push with it. And Faye is in this bot lane, showing herself, pushing this siege wave back. As also this creep, of course, giving vision on all of the fraud members here. How Nguyen just clearing that one out.
And as the boss is almost fallen for the side of Murloc Geniuses, you know, we do have the troop being picked up, but really late boss being, they're going to try to get it now. Anxiety actually going to get caught out, so this might be a little bit bad for the side of fraud if they can't get it down quick enough. They are actually taking it really low. They actually might be able to get it before Murloc Genius shows up. They almost have it. They are going to be able to get it, but a fight will start up here. Caterpillar goes straight in. A lot of damage is going to come out from Anxiety. We do have Keepers going straight into the middle of the team, but El Pedro might fall. Actually, he's going to be able to use the Ice Block to save his life. Mad Timmy might be the first one to fall on the side of Murloc Geniuses. Yes, he is. Belmore to try and do as much damage as he can, but in the middle of all of them is not able to do enough as that boat has been popped. We do have, they're trying to heal up his teammates as he's only able to heal now. Keepers has fallen. They're able to get onto El Pedro. He doesn't have the Ice Block anymore, so he will fall. So a 1 for 2 in favor of Murloc Geniuses.
Yep, a 1 for 2 plus Eric, and this boss in the bot lane has been doing some work. It probably won't get the keep now that Anxiety and the Vikings are here, but even so, it's done some good damage, and it's done enough that Murloc Geniuses can of course just revisit it later on. We're seeing Faye grab this hard camp, of course, with her trait. It means that she doesn't take too much damage. Tarande coming in as well to help her out. Zagara's job right now is dealing with the red team boss, which it's not even going to touch these towers, I don't think. Echo doing just about enough. Oh no, I'm going to get proved wrong. The towers aren't going to finish it off, but even so, not a lot of damage done there. Hard camp and easy camp, both up for the Murloc Geniuses right now, both available should they want to go for it. It looks like Echo and Faye. I'm going to start things off with the siege camp.
Yeah, and so right now it is level 16 to level 15, so Murloc Geniuses are going to have that talent advantage right now. So Fraud are going to have to do their best to try to get as much suck as they can to try to even it out. But just the fights are so back and forth, each team trying to do whatever they can to get the upper hand. You know, really close fight last time, especially due to Fraud having taken a bit of damage from the boss to start that out. We'll have to see what they decide to do. Right now the tributes are equal with 1 apiece, so whoever gets the next one isn't going to matter too much. If we do have Anxiety trying to do a little damage to Mad Timmy, is going to have to watch out. You don't want to get it caught out by Caterpillar right here. But good save by Hal. It's going to go ahead and throw down that totem just to slow everyone up. And both teams look like they're just going to reset.
Yeah, there is a tribute in this top lane, but neither team really cares for it right now. And Murloc Geniuses are probably right to just bypass it. This keep is low. They have the level advantage. They have the talent advantage. But they are probably looking to grab themselves a fight right here, right now. They do have all heroics available, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Starfall come in. Olaf, going to be able to jump away from that one.
That passive coming out clutch is really doing so much damage to that keep. And that's all they have to do. They just have to do enough, either soak out the ammo or just to try to get onto it. They're actually going to jump on the keeper, so they're going to go ahead and stunlock him right there. But the Ancestral Heal is going to come up and be able to save him. Belmorta has to pop the boat, but it's going to be popped in a second right after there. Eric will be the first one to fall. Keepers is going to be in the middle of that Starfall. Will be the first one to die on the side right there. Faye is getting a little bit low, but Anxiety is a lot lower, as Anxiety is getting healed up just enough to be alive, but is going to run into all the members of Murloc Geniuses. It'll be a 2 for 0, actually a 3 for 0 in favor of Murloc Geniuses. If they can get the kill on the Baylog right here, they'll be able to sweep up all the Vikings. Will they be able to? No. Looks like they're going to go straight onto this core right here as Eric comes running out, but it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, it looks like the Murloc Geniuses are going to take this game. They are getting pretty low though, but Kiefer's is up in 5 seconds. Hal Nguyen is not. We do have all 3 Vikings up, but core now 50%. Kiefer's alive now. GG well played coming out. Kiefer's just gets isolated, and there it is. That is game here in the quarterfinal of the ESL NA Go4Heroes number 20, going over to Murloc Geniuses as they advance on to tonight's semi-final.
Power two kind of powerhouses just mixing together. They show that, you know, they believe they played in the last one. Not too can't remember how far they actually went, but they looked solid in this game. Their pickup, their draft base just went so well together. The Diablo and Tyrande really making plays in the early game just kind of sped them along for the rest of the game there.
Yep, so guys, we'll probably bring you the semi-final between Murloc Geniuses and whoever they're up against. So hang around, don't go anywhere, and we shall be back in just a few minutes.